And I'll call over to Sheridan's and make sure that she's okay.
That's a good idea.
The strength that it must have taken for her to pull that trigger.
Took guts, you're right. But she didn't have many options. I mean, what? With the hitman holding a gun on her and Luis, she had to shoot him.
But she was traumatized. I mean, she was shaking. Did you see how upset she was, Sam? Sam?
What?
Is something the matter, Sam? You didn't say 2 words in the car.
That's Ethan. The way he popped off about me not giving Sheridan enough protection. I mean, it's a good thing he isn't my son. I would have left him out to dry. Lucky it was just another one of Ivy's lies. If the kid were mine, I'm not sure I could ever undo the damage Julian's done to him. Grace, what are you doing here?
Well, I stopped by to check on Chad and the girls, drop off a quiche. Oh, I was so worried when I heard about the shooting.
Okay, Luis and Sheridan are fine. So am I.
So, where's TC? Is he upstairs?
No, I don't think he's in the house. But, you know, I saw a light on in the shed.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
What?
Well, TC only goes in the shed when someone's hurt him.
Well, who would want to hurt TC?
I don't know, but I think it may be Julian Crane.
It's very late, Mr. Crane.
Well, I apologize for the hour, Pilar, but Ivy asked me to stop by and pick up her attaché case.
You want Mrs. Crane's case?
Yes, so if you just give it to me, I'll be on my way.
If Julian sees those papers, he'll know Ethan isn't his son.
One of these days, the Cranes are gonna slip and say something that's gonna give me all the evidence I need to blow the lid clean off. And then I'll be able to prove that the Cranes were responsible for my father's disappearance.
Which Crane do you think it'll be?
Where's my aunt? She's sleeping.
What are you talking about, Sheridan? What body? What blood? Sheridan. I did it. I saw it. I killed him. What body? His blood. His blood on my hands. I don't understand. I killed him.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out, keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
I hope you don't mind if I don't invite you in, but I don't want to wake my family.
Oh, well, no, we wouldn't want that, so if you just fetch me the attaché case, I'll let you get back to bed.
I'm sorry, Mr. Crane, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ivy's attaché case, it contains some of her papers. She's doing some work and wanted to sort through them. She would have come by herself, but I insisted she stay home. I didn't want her running out this time of night.
It is very late.
Which is why I'm anxious to be on my way, so if you'll just...
Papers, you know, what could Mrs. Crane have meant? Maybe the household papers I keep.
Don't play games with me, Pilar. You know exactly what case I mean. And if you don't get it for me right now, there's going to be trouble.
What's in here is more than just proof that Ethan is Sam's son. It's proof that Sam loved me and that our love lives on in Ethan. I can't let go of that, Pilar. I can't.
Look, don't disturb your aunt, Ethan. She's had a pretty traumatic evening and she could use a rest, all right?
And if you would have done your job and kept her safe, none of this would have happened. And what were you thinking of? Letting her go down to the wharf by herself?
Don't blame Luis.
You are supposed to be her bodyguard. You're responsible for her life.
Look, if you want to yell at someone, yell at me, okay? I'm the one that took Sheridan down to the wharf. Luis had nothing to do with it.
I have asked Chief Bennett over and over again to sign more protection for her. And he lets an amateur guard her?
All right, look, pal, for your information, this amateur took a bullet for your Aunt Sheridan.
I heard. And I'm grateful for that. But what was she doing at the wharf in the first place? Look, I mean, someone tries to shoot her, and she ends up having to kill him to save your neck, Luis.
You're way out of line.
I'm out of line? You said yourself she's traumatized. And I will never forgive you if she starts having the...
Having what? You know, she had a pretty serious reaction to seeing that corpse. Why? Did she have a similar experience? What, did she see another dead body in the past? What is it, Ethan?
I'm gonna check on Sheridan. Make sure she's all right.
Typical Crane. Starts coming in here, throwing his weight around.
No, I think he's worried about his aunt, Luis.
Well, I think it has to do with more than what happened tonight. Much more. What's he covering?
What are you getting at?
Sheridan's not in her room.
What? She has to be.
Well, she isn't.
Well, where could she have gone?
Oh, no.
What, do you know where she went?
After having killed that man, there's only one place she could be.
Come on.
The bloody sheet. But I saw it. I did it, but I had no choice. I had to kill him.
She needs to get into bed. But Luis is in the cottage and he can't know I'm here.
I did it. I killed him. I killed him.
Come on. Sit down. I'm gonna phone my mother and she's gonna call Luis and he's gonna come and get you, okay?
My hands. The blood.
Ethan, what makes you think that Sheridan's here?
Grace.
Why do you think Julian hurt TC?
Well, I'm just going on how TC reacts whenever he's anywhere near Julian. I mean, it's like his stomach just gets tied up in knots, and I don't know, he has to go into the shed to cool off, or else. Yeah, or else he'd probably tear Julian's head off.
I wish I hadn't asked the Cranes to join us when we showed up at the lobster shack. I mean, I feel terrible.
No, Grace, it's not your fault. You're the innocent in all of this.
What do you mean?
I think TC's hatred of Julian has a long history. Supposedly, the Cranes took the Russell land years ago.
Yeah, they took our family's homestead, too.
Yeah, but I have a sense that there's another reason for TC's hatred.
What?
I don't know, and TC's never even hinted, but I know it's there, this other thing that he has against Julian.
I'm sure TC will tell you when he's ready. I mean, you two don't have any secrets.
Well, what's in the shed, anyway?
I don't know. Well, you know, it's TC's private domain. I don't trespass.
Well, I think I'll go see if I can get TC to talk.
Sam, I mean, nobody goes back there but TC, and, well, not even the family. We don't even talk about it.
Why not?
Oh, we just don't. And please, Sam, it'll just upset TC.
Eve, TC's my best friend. I think I know what he's going through. I know what it's like to hate Julian Crane.
Boy, the way they feel about Julian just gives me the chills.
Yeah.
Eve, do you hate Julian?
I've never met anyone like you. You can fight me, but I know you want me as much as I want you, don't you, Eve? Don't you?
Yes, I do. I hate Julian Crane.
I know you have the case, Pilar, and I want it. I want it right now.
If I knew what you were talking about, Mr. Crane...
You know full well I've got the damn case.
You make it sound as though you think I've stolen it.
No, I didn't mean that at all.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I wouldn't appreciate your making wild accusations the way you did in the past, when you and your father accused my husband of stealing from you. I think it's best if we wait until morning and get this whole thing straightened out with Mrs. Crane.
Yes, perhaps that would be best. Sorry to have disturbed you.
That was close.
Too close.
Julian had stepped another inch into the room, he would have seen the case. And if he ever saw these papers, he'd know that Ethan isn't his son. You don't look too happy, Julian.
Not even my little crib Suzanne could make me happy tonight. I didn't find the attaché case.
Pilar didn't have it?
No, it just doesn't figure. Pilar is the only person that Ivy would trust with her important papers.
Well, let's go back to my hotel room, and I'll give you something important.
Not just yet. I have a feeling our little drama's far from over.
There she is. I knew it. Yeah, you did. You know exactly where to find her. Sheridan, why'd you run out of the cottage?
All the blood.
What? I didn't hear that.
Blood on the body. On my hands. I did it! I killed him!
Who, Sheridan? Who'd you kill? Huh? The shooter? It's okay, Sheridan. We're gonna go back to the cottage. Hold on a second. You keep staring at the floor, Sheridan. Why?
The blood! The blood!
You see blood on the floor? Look, that's enough, Luis. What is it, Sheridan? Why are you so upset? What do you see on the floor? Damn it, Luis, I said that's enough. Can't you see the state she's in?
The bloody sheet.
Look, I'm taking her back to the cottage.
Corpse. His blood is on my hand.
Whose blood, Sheridan? The corpse from the alley? Look, stop this, Luis. And can't you see she's sleepwalking? Sleepwalking? Why would she come here in her sleep, Ethan?
Just let it go, Luis.
Sheridan, can you hear me? Why are you staring at the floor like you're seeing something? What is it, Sheridan? That was clumsy.
What happened?
Ethan busted a vase.
What am I doing here?
Well, you were sleepwalking. You were talking about a bloody corpse and blood on your hands, and you were staring at the floor like you were seeing something there. Now, what's going on, Sheridan? Damn it, Luis, I won't let you do that. I won't let you question her. Come on, Sheridan. What the hell is going on?
What are you looking for?
Hey, buddy. It's me. Calm down, man.
Sam, I'm sorry, man.
My fault. I guess I shouldn't have snuck up behind you in the dark like that.
I thought you were somebody else.
Julian Crane? He was just talking about how you get when you have a run-in with him.
Nobody's ever gotten to me the way Crane does.
I wish I could help you out with that.
So do I. But I guess that's the way things are. I gotta live with it.
I kind of feel responsible.
Why?
Well, you backed me up at the Lobster Shack. You warned Julian not to manipulate the police board when it reviewed the Prom Boat disaster. No, you weren't for that, buddy.
Friends don't owe friends, partner. You would do the same for me.
I just wish I could help you out with this. You know, maybe if we talked about it. You opened up to me once before. You told me you think Julian was responsible for the accident that caused your knee injury.
The accident that ended my tennis career. The accident that broke my father's heart. The accident that ultimately led to his death. But I don't have any proof.
Is that why you hate Julian?
It's much more than that, Sam. Much more than that. I could kill Julian Crane.
I had no idea that you hated Julian. Why, Eve?
Oh, it's not even worth discussing.
Oh, I think it is. I won't push, but if you ever want to talk about it, I'll be here to listen.
You're always such a good friend, Grace. You and Sam both. TC and Sam are talking.
Oh, good.
Oh, if Sam could just get TC to open up about Julian. You know, it's not healthy to carry around the burden of a secret all alone.
No, it's not. I'll never have secrets. I mean, when I opened my eyes in that hospital room 20 years ago and I had amnesia, I vowed right then to be completely honest. I mean, the first part of my life had been wiped out. The rest of my life was going to be an open book. And that is how I have lived my life, with the kids and with Sam. Well, Sam has even picked up on my honesty policy. And he tells me everything. I mean, unless it has to do with the case. So, you know, I think it's true. Honesty is the best policy. Don't you agree, Eve?
I still don't understand why you don't burn those papers.
I told you.
And keeping them is so dangerous. Mr. Crane knows that there are papers in the case. He knows you've got a secret, and he won't give up until he finds out what it is. Just burn the papers while you still have a chance.
Only 3 people know about this. You, me, and Eve Russell.
I will take your secret to the grave if that's what you wish.
I know I can trust you, Pilar. And Eve will never tell. She knows I'd tell TC all about her past affair with Julian. So there's no way Julian can find out the truth. My secret is safe. There is no reason to burn these and destroy the truth about Ethan. I know that Sam and I may never be reunited. But if someday some miracle were to happen and all the obstacles keeping us apart were to disappear, I want Sam to know the truth. I would want him to know that Ethan is our son.
Why are we just sitting here doing nothing?
We're waiting.
For what?
I'm not quite sure. Patience is a virtue, Sherry.
Oh, well, I'm not into virtue. Oh, and after I told the driver to take a hike.
You what?
He's gone.
You got rid of the driver? Why?
Well, I thought that you and I could play limo. I'll give you a ride you'll never forget.
What are you looking for?
I'm not sure. Sheridan was staring at this spot on the floor. Why do you think she came in here in her sleep?
I don't know. Maybe she was having a bad dream about killing the shooter and didn't know where she was going and ended up here.
Could be. Then why was Ethan so hot to get her out of here before I could question her?
Because Sheridan was in bad shape. He was worried about her.
I think there's something more to it than that, Hank.
Oh, Luis, you are way off. Okay? I mean, Sheridan shot a man tonight. She was having a reaction. Who wouldn't?
Oh, if it was anyone else, I'd agree with you. Sheridan's a Crane. You never know where they're coming from. You hear that?
Hear what?
It's like you can almost hear the secrets in this room. Cranes are full of secrets. They're always plotting, getting back at their enemies, real and imagined. You know, maybe that's what happened to my father. Maybe he got too close to the Crane secrets, and they had to get rid of him. That's why I don't want Teresa getting involved with Ethan. He acts like a choir boy, but underneath he's a guard dog. You saw that tonight. You saw how he raced to be with Sheridan when he heard about the shooting? Why?
Because he's her nephew. He was worried about her.
Well, maybe he was worried she'd blur out the truth. What truth? So I'm gonna find out, Hank.
You are keeping a secret, Ethan. That you love me.
You should have never been put in that position in the first place. And to have to kill a man.
It was awful. But I couldn't let Louise die.
Sheridan, you did the right thing.
And I had to shoot. I had to.
You had no choice. When I got to that alley and I saw the corpse, I knew what you were thinking.
When I saw that body under the bloody sheet, all the memories came rushing back.
Sheridan, there are no memories. You've never killed anyone before tonight.
Then why was I drawn to the same place in the living room? Why do I remember seeing a body under a bloody sheet?
Because you had a horrible experience tonight. Sheridan, now listen to me. We don't have a lot of time. Luis is going to be back here any minute with his police antenna up. And he thinks that something's going on with you.
Something is!
Yes, but you can't show him. You can't let him see that you're upset.
He's already seen.
Yes, that you were having a nightmare about killing someone to protect him, to save Luis. But don't say anything about a corpse in the living room, because it only exists in your mind. Sheridan, it never happened.
Feeling better? Good. Now, tell me why you sleepwalked all the way over to the main house.
Something more happened between you and Julian? What?
Sam, I don't want to talk about it. I haven't even told Eve.
I told you about my past with Ivy and her wanting to get back with me. I even told you how she lied to me and told me Ethan was my son and then denied it.
Yeah. Poison Ivy is one strange lady.
Look, hey, the point is, you can trust me, man. Look, I don't want to pry, but I think you'd feel a lot better if you just got it off your chest.
Sam, leave it alone, man. You keep secrets from Grace, don't you?
Yeah, you're right. I do. I mean, I wish I could tell her about Ivy. But if I did, Grace would be hurting, and I don't want that. I still don't think you should keep what's eating you up inside all bottled up. Fine. If you don't want to share it with me, I think you should share it with your wife.
I can't tell Eve. You know, I've been living with it this long. I'll just keep on living with it.
Whatever it is, will it hurt Eve? Is that what you're afraid of?
Sam, I don't want to involve Eve in my past with Julian Crane. I'm just so thankful to God that she has never had anything to do with Julian Crane.
Where to now, sir?
Once around the park and step on it.
What's wrong?
Bitch.
What, me?
Oh, Ivy. She was in Pilar's house the whole time. You're right, Suzanne. Pilar must have that attaché case.
So, you'll keep the papers here until I tell you otherwise.
Whatever you say, Mrs. Crane. But I'm warning you, as long as those papers exist, there's a chance that Mr. Crane will find out about Ethan. And if that happens...
It won't happen, Pilar. Julian can never see those papers.
If he does, so many lives will be destroyed.
Sheridan, you don't have to answer any of his questions. You don't have to talk to him at all.
It's okay, Ethan. I don't mind.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Good. Now, why don't you start by telling me why you sleepwalked all the way over to the main house?
Because I had just killed a man. I was having a dream about it and seeing that bloody sheet over him in the alley. And when you found me in the main house, I had no idea where I was.
How could you? You were having a nightmare.
Let her tell it, okay?
There's nothing else to tell. Ethan's right. I was just having a terrible dream about the shooting. All the blood.
Satisfied?
Well, actually, a couple of things don't add up.
Listen, Luis.
I think we should call it a night. Sheridan's probably exhausted, so...
Yes, I am. All I want to do is get back in bed.
You get a good night's rest, and I'll stop by in the morning.
So, Ethan, now why were you so certain that Sheridan would be in the main house?
I wasn't certain. I just thought she was looking for me to comfort her.
Really?
You know, none of this would have happened if you would have done your job.
Don't blame Luis.
Chief Bennett's gonna get what's coming to him, too. The police board will see to that. But in the meantime, this drug cartel is still after Sheridan, and that's your responsibility. You're supposed to protect her, so make sure you do. Or else.
Is that a threat, Ethan?
It's a warning. Excuse me.
I think you, were right about that choir boy thing.
Did I do it? Did I kill someone years ago?
She saved his life, Mama. This hired killer was going to shoot Luis, but Sheridan shot the killer instead. She shot him dead.
Oh, God, Luis.
Oh, Luis is fine, but Sheridan's pretty much a basket case.
Well, of course, to kill someone. Oh, I've always loved Sheridan, but now I feel even closer to her.
Do you know about Sheridan's past? What happened to her?
Happened? What do you mean?
I went to the Crane mansion to tell Ethan about the shooting, and right after Ethan left, Sheridan came in, and she was sleepwalking.
Yes?
Kept mumbling about there being blood on her hands.
What else did she say?
Nothing. I figured she was upset about shooting the killer, but she kept staring at the floor like she was seeing something that wasn't there.
You are to forget everything you saw and heard Sheridan do tonight.
Let me forget the past. Please stop these nightmares.
I've got a gut feeling that Sheridan wasn't just having nightmares about the shooting. For a long time, I've had the feeling that she's been hiding something.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. Something about her past. Ethan knows what it is.
He was worried about her, that's all.
Ethan knew that Sheridan would react the way she did from the shooting. He knew that she would be up at the main house.
Well, he said that he thought that she was looking for him.
Hank, Ethan's a Crane. He'll say anything. Well, he's covering something up. That's why he was so protective of her. He was afraid that she was going to blurt something out when she was sleepwalking. Well, what is it? What?
Sheridan, I thought you were your father. What are you doing all alone in the living room?
Thinking.
About what?
Sheridan's being haunted by those memories again.
Oh.
Mother, I know I've asked you this question before, but it's very important. Was there ever a body in this room?
What?
Well, a bloody corpse.
Oh, good heavens, Ethan, of course not.
But Louise found her staring at this spot.
Louise.
And it was right here when she was a little girl that she thinks she saw a corpse. A body under a bloody sheet.
Did, Louise suspect anything?
He's a cop. It's his job to be suspicious.
Well, what did he say?
Well, he asked questions, but...
Oh, that man. He has got to mind his own business.
It's unlikely he will. He knows something's being kept from him.
Well, that's the way it's going to stay. Some secrets, well, they're just better buried. If they were to surface, then...
Mother, you make it sound as if something really did happen in this room.
No, nothing happened, Ethan. There was no bloody corpse.
Well, that's what I keep telling Sheridan. How long is she gonna believe me? I think I'm gonna go up.
Yeah. Good night, darling.
See you in the morning.
Well, here she is, as if on cue.
What?
Been out, have you, dearest? You see anyone?
Thanks for worrying about me.
No problem. The offer still stands if you ever want to talk about that secret you got carrying around with you. I'm here.
I appreciate it, Sam, but this is one issue I need to deal with on my own.
Okay.
I have waited over 20 years. And one of these days, I will get the information I need on Julian, and I'll go after him when he least expects it.
I've been in all night, Julian.
Didn't even step outside?
No.
Oh, that's a pity. It's such a clear night. Surprising what you can see in the dark. If you look in the right places.
Just what are you insinuating, Julian?
If you think I've given up, you're wrong.
Given up?
On finding out your secret.
If you're so intent on finding secrets, perhaps you should keep an eye on your sister.
Meaning?
Sheridan's having those nightmares again. The ones about the bloody corpse.
Damn.
I know how desperate you and Alistair are to keep her secret, and now Louise is her bodyguard living in the cottage. Well, if he uncovers her secret, the House of Crane could fall like a house of cards, and all the king's horses and all the king's men might not be able to put it back together again.
When Luis came up to the main house, I couldn't let him find me there, so I hid.
Oh, if your brother had seen you there.
Mama, I overheard Luis say he thought Ethan knew something about what might have happened to Sheridan in the past.
It's none of your concern, Teresa.
Anything that has to do with Ethan is my concern, Mama.
Teresita.
Is Ethan keeping secrets about Sheridan?
I don't tell people secrets.
The Cranes seem to have a lot of them.
I don't want to discuss it.
The attaché case with all of the papers about Ethan in it.
But as I said, I
What
don't...
is that all about, Mama? I know it's more than you're telling me.
If you don't want Ethan to hate you, and if you don't want the Cranes to curse you, forget about the attaché case and forget about all the Crane family secrets. I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Hello?
Teresa. Hi, it's Ethan.
I'm so glad you called. I was just thinking about you.
Look, I know I shouldn't put you in this position, but I have a favor to ask.
Anything.
Promise me you won't tell Gwen that you love me. It's just that I don't want anyone to get hurt. It'll be our secret, okay?
Another secret.
What do you mean?
I'll keep our secret, Ethan. I'll do whatever you ask. Except stop loving you.
What's that thing?
That's the bullet I dug out of this wall. Right here. Like I said, Hank, someone fired a gun in here once.
You think it was Sheridan?
I don't know. Yet. It's all starting to take shape. Something happened in Sheridan's past. Whatever it was, her family's trying desperately to keep a lid on it.
We all have secrets, Luis.
Yeah. But Sheridan's was triggered by killing the shooter. I seen the body under the bloody sheet. So what I'm thinking is it possible there was another time when Sheridan saw a body under a bloody sheet?
I was just having a nightmare. Nothing happened in the past. There's no bloody corpse in the living room. I have to forget it. Dear God, what happened in the past? What's the secret? What have I done?